Hi there, my name is Damian Bunders and I represent the Institutions for Collective Action research team, based at the Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University in the Netherlands. As the name implies, our team studies various forms of institutions for collective action. Today, my goal is to teach you about ICAs and the model we developed to analyze them. But first, what are exactly these ICAs? Drawing from the work of Nobel Prize winner Elinor Ostrom, institutions for collective action are governance regimes of natural or man-made resources shared and managed by groups of users according to collectively set agreements. Examples of ICAs are commons, guilds, water boards, and since the beginning of the 20th century also cooperatives and mutual insurances. See for instance the historical commons, whereby a group of farmers decides to work together to govern the shared resource of pastures to prevent overgrazing, or lobster fishermen that come together and agree on quota and minimum size to sustain the local lobster population. Together, they create rules to manage the resource and to decide on the individual level of appropriation for all members. In short, they form an institution for collective action. Today, new forms of ICAs are popping up in a variety of sectors: energy, care, agriculture, and even platform cooperatives that function as an alternative to giants like Uber and Airbnb. To be resilient in the long term, however, ICAs need to craft and continuously guard a balance between the collectivity of members, the collectivity of resources, and an institution that helps to organize the interaction between members and resources. We have developed a model to study that balance, and this is what we would like to teach you about today. It is important to better understand ICAs and learn what they can contribute to a more sustainable society. The SICADE Model, short for Strategies of Institutions for Collective Action in Development, can be used to meet that end. The model consists of 3 dimensions. We look at the members first, who participates and under what conditions. Then we look at the group's resources. What are their assets and how high are the collective budgets? When a group of people needs to decide on using collective resources, you easily get a social dilemma. That is, having to choose between your individual short-term goal and the collective long-term goal. If individual goals are pursued, this can result in a tragedy of the commons. That's why we need the 3rd dimension, institutions, rules, norms and values, to manage the resources collectively. How many of the common resources can a member claim? In the next step, we determine the relationship between the 3 dimensions. First, utility looks at the usefulness of the collectivity's resources to its members. Why does a member want to join the collective? Second, social equity looks at the relationship between the members and the institution. Can all members participate equally in the decision-making process? Selective treatment can lead to disputes between members and, for example, cause a growing distance between the board members and other members, which increases the risk of opportunistic behavior. Third, efficiency is positioned at the overlap between the institution and resources. Here we ask ourselves whether the organization is adequately set up to prevent overuse or overspending of the collective resources. If these aspects are properly arranged, then the ICA can be considered resilient, which is at the heart of the model. Behind these intersections are 3 driving values: reciprocity, sufficiency, and solidarity between members. These 3 values are indispensable for the resilience and sustainable development in the long term. In addition to the 3 internal dimensions and driving values, external factors also play a role in the model, such as time, location, and circumstances related to the political system, economic conjuncture, or shocks like COVID-19. ICAs are always on the move. Our model helps to analyze, test, and discuss their regularly changing dynamics to ultimately improve their resilience. You now know more about ICAs and why finding a perfect balance is of great importance to avoid a commons tragedy. Do you want to know more about our team, our research, or any of the projects we work on? Please visit our website.